Hello Madridistas, and welcome to today's interesting episode where we are going to be discussing on some very important updates at Real Madrid. Starting on today's agenda, we are going to talk about Real Madrid center defender Aurelien Tchouaméni, who to the surprise of many had to fill in center back against Osasuna. According to reports that have just emerged, Aurelien Tchouaméni used virtual reality footages to prepare himself as a makeshift role in the centre-back against Osasuna. Briefly after talking on that, we are going to flip the pages to one of football's most iconic managers, Jose Mourinho, whom we were privileged to have at the Santiago Bernabeu for a while, as Mourinho has revealed the reason why he joined Real Madrid. But before we talk detailedly on all that, please do not forget to like and subscribe to this channel. Follow us so you do not miss on our next update. Real Madrid went into the second international break this season with an emphatic 4-0 win over Osasuna at the Santiago Bernabeu on Saturday. Although the likes of Jude Bellingham, Vinicius Jr. and Joselu Mato did an excellent job in the attack, Ancelotti had to make several adjustments in defense. One of those changes saw Real Madrid start with Aurelien Tchouaméni as a centre-back in light of Eder Militao and David Alaba's injury, coupled with the suspension of Nacho Fernandez. As per a video shared by Tchouaméni himself on TikTok, the midfielder has shared that he used virtual reality footages to prepare himself for the game against Osasuna. In the video, the Frenchman can be seen watching footages of Osasuna's attacking unit and the player wearing virtual reality goggles. Tchouaméni's strategy certainly worked out, as the youngster produced an excellent performance at centre-back against Osasuna, despite being just the first time in his whole career. The midfielder covered the defensive area quite well. In the absence of Nacho, Alaba and Militao, his presence allowed Real Madrid to dominate the game throughout the 90 minutes. Tchouaméni's performance against Osasuna was a good sign for Carlo Ancelotti, especially considering the current situation of the defensive unit, with Alaba still yet to return to full fitness and Nacho serving a suspension. Tchouaméni's ability to operate in defensive areas means Ancelotti could potentially use him against the likes of Sevilla or FC Barcelona later this month. The manager, however, admitted after the game that the Frenchman does not necessarily enjoy playing as a central defender, saying, "Tchouaméni played very well for the first time as a centre-back. We have a lot of centre-backs. I make jokes because Tchouaméni doesn't like to play as a centre-back. The Italian, though, will be hoping that he won't have to, as Real Madrid do require established options in centre-backs in order to stand a chance of winning against defending champions." So having said that, we are going to flip today's pages to the notorious Jose Mourinho as he talks on joining Real Madrid in 2010, claiming it is the biggest club in the world. Jose Mourinho will go down as one of the greatest managers in the game of football. The self-proclaimed special one is currently in charge of AS Roma, whom he joined in 2021. Despite the roller coaster start to this season, the Portuguese head coach has enjoyed a bright spell with AS Roma, notably helping them to win the UEFA Conference League last season. But a little over a decade ago, Mourinho had taken over the reins at Real Madrid, joining the club in 2010 and going through an eventful 3-year spell at the Santiago Bernabeu. In a recent media interaction, Mourinho opened up on his decisions to join Real Madrid back in 2010, suggesting that the move was not motivated by his success in the Champions League. Indeed, the Portuguese mastermind had led Inter to a Champions League title in 2010. In the same year, he joined Real Madrid as the head coach, replacing Manuel Pellegrini. Mourinho, however, says it is always his conviction to join Real Madrid, regardless of his success in the Champions League in 2010. It wasn't the win or loss in the Champions League final with Inter that would decide my life. I already knew what I was going to and I wanted to go to Real Madrid, he said on Sky Sport Italia, as relayed by TMW. It would have been more convenient for me to stay at Inter rather than compete with FC Barcelona. I would have won another easy Scudetto. We would have gone on to get the World Club Champions medal, but it would have had no meaning for me, he stated. Mourinho's Inter had beaten Bayern Munich in the 2010 final with Diego Milito bagging a brace. It was the second time Mourinho had led a team to UEFA Champions League success. Surely enough, the Spanish giants snapped up Mourinho in an attempt to rejig the team and combat a seemingly unbeatable Barcelona under Pep Guardiola. The Portuguese legend then went on to reveal that he could have joined Real Madrid in 2009 itself, but opted to stay at Inter after giving his word to the Nerazzurris. I am always very honest with others and with myself. I could have gone to Real Madrid after my first season at Inter. However, I had signed to stay for more than a year. I had an incredible relationship not only with the president but also with his wife and his children, he said. I went to Merati's house at the end of the first season and we came to a conclusion that I would stay one more year. The opportunity came for the second time and I wanted to leave. It was a moment in my career where I told myself I had to do it. It's the biggest club in the world, Mourinho said on his decision to join Real Madrid. The Portuguese manager eventually developed a fierce rivalry with Guardiola and Barcelona while playing a key role in nurturing Cristiano Ronaldo during his early days at the Bernabeu. Mourinho left Real Madrid in 2013, eventually joining Chelsea. Right now, he has been coaching AS Roma for 2 years and has a contract in the Italian capital until 2024. So having said that, we have come to the end of today's interesting episode. Thanks for following us right up to the end. See you next time and Hala Madrid to us all.